Everyone in the Oduama village knew of the Ogudu family. Their riches flowed like a river, but so did the blood of every man who dared to marry their daughter. Within 7 days, he would die. And when they say die, they didn't mean sickness or accident. They meant strange deaths, mysterious ones, deaths that made elders shake their heads and whisper, "This wealth is not clean at all." So when Okezie, the traditional priest, said he would marry her to uncover the truth, the whole village gathered, as if watching a man walk into his own grave. But no one, not even Okezie himself, could have imagined the secret hidden in the bride price. The wind blew through the mango trees with a coldness that didn't belong in the Harmattan season. It was the morning of the burial. The 7th groom in 10 years was being lowered into the earth. And once again, the bride wore black. Chioma Ogudu stood still, her face blank as the chants of mourners filled the compound, her beauty still stunned. Even in grief, light-skinned like palm oil soap, eyes that heard storms, lips as red as hibiscus petals. Yet, her aura was like something not fully human. Men stared, women murmured, and mothers tugged their sons away. "She's cursed," they said. "She's a widow maker. She's the reason they die." But no one said it too loudly, because her father, Chief Bernard Ogudu, was the most powerful man in 3 states. He didn't just own oil trucks, he owned the ground they drove on. And every time his daughter's husband died, he paid off the police, donated to the church, and moved on as if death had never visited. The elders had once tried to consult oracles. They would ask questions in whispers, but the last man who suggested something was wrong with the Ogudu bloodline had been found hanging from his mango tree, his tongue swollen like a toad's. People learned to keep quiet since then until Okezie came. Okezie was not an ordinary priest. He had inherited the shrine of Amadioha from his father and trained in the spiritual arts for over 20 years. His shrine sat on the edge of Oduama village, surrounded by tortoises, kola trees, and bones of ancient ancestors. People said he could speak with the wind, bend waters, and see truths that eyes refused to acknowledge. When he heard of the 7th groom's death, he went into trance for 3 days. And when he woke up, he made an announcement: "I will marry Chioma Ogudu in 7 days. And by the next moon, the truth will be known." The entire village froze. "Marry the cursed daughter?" People begged him, "Please, Okezie, don't do this. You are our protector. If she doesn't kill you, her father will. Please, we don't want to bury you." But he smiled, unmoved. "I don't fear that," he said. "What I fear is silence in the face of evil." Chief Ogudu tried to stop it. He sent money, then he sent strength, then he sent hired men, but none of them came back the same. One ran mad, one never spoke again, and one begged the chief to kill him instead of sending him back to the priests. And so the wedding happened. It was a quiet affair. No music, no dancing. Chioma barely smiled. Her eyes locked with Okezie's, and something flickered. Was it fear? Was it a warning? No one knew. But that night, the wind screamed across the land, and a hawk died mid-flight. On the second night after the wedding, Okezie sat cross-legged in his hut, staring at the small wooden box given to him by Chioma's father during the bride price ceremony. "You must never open it," Chief Ogudu had warned, his eyes glowing. "It is a sacred token of our family. Breaking its seal would invite disaster." But Okezie was not a fool. He'd read the signs. Each of the 7 grooms has received a box. Each box was buried with them. Not one had been opened until now. He placed the box on a white cloth, lit 4 red candles, and sprinkled salt water around it. Then he called upon the spirits of his fathers. "Reveal the truths that hide in this box. Let no charm deceive me. Let no demon confuse me." With a steady hand, he broke the seal. A burst of wind rushed into the room, blowing out all the candles. When he opened his eyes, the box lay opened. Inside it was a piece of skin, human skin, still fresh, still moist. It was wrapped around a small red paper that read, "Let no man claim what was given to the gods." Okezie stared at it in silence. A blood oath. The next day, Okezie confronted Chioma. "Tell me the truth. What is this curse? Why do your husbands die?" For the first time, she cried. "I didn't know at first," she whispered. "When I was a child, my father took me to a river shrine. They said I was special, that I would be the source of wealth for our family, that men would bring fortunes to us, but they must never live long enough to take it back." Okezie's hand shook. "You are a spiritual wife," she nodded slowly. "My father made the covenant. Each husband becomes a sacrifice. His soul feeds the spirit that multiplies our wealth. That's why the men die exactly on the 7th night." Okezie felt bile raised in his throat. "Did you love any of them?" "I tried, but the spirit always comes, no matter what I do." "Do you want freedom?" "Yes, but I fear what the spirit will do to me." He looked into her eyes. "You must stand with me. We'll confront it together tonight." That night, they returned to the Ogudu mansion, but they did not go in. They went to the foundation of the house where a small locked well had been sealed off since before Chioma was born. There, Okezie chanted. He called on the gods of truth. He called on the spirit of sacrifice. And when the well opened, they saw bones of 7 men and 1 baby. The ground shook. A voice echoed from the well. "You dare break the path, Okezie." It was not a human voice. It was like metal and thunder mixed together. You have fed on men for too long, Okezie shouted. Your reign ends now. The spirit rose like smoke, a dark figure, half serpent, half man, its eyes burned red. Chioma fell to her knees. Forgive me, she cried. I didn't choose this life. The spirit laughed. You are mine. You carry my mark. But Okezie raised the bride price box. This is your seal, isn't it? He shouted. And he threw the skin into the well and poured salt all over it. The spirit screamed. The ground cracked. The well began to collapse. Chioma's body glowed briefly, then dimmed, and the spirit vanished. The next morning, the Ogudu mansion was empty. Chief Ogudu had fled. His cars were gone, his accounts frozen by mysterious forces. Okezie and Chioma stood before the village square. He told the people everything: the death, the curse, the blood bride price. Elders wept, women screamed, and the people cursed the Ogudu's family. But something strange happened. Chioma survived. The curse was truly broken. She moved into Okezie's compound not as a wife, but as a servant of the gods, helping others avoid the fate she had narrowly escaped. Moral lesson: this story teaches us that not all wealth is clean. Some fortunes are built on blood and silence.